What's up guys, Kevin here, sales consultant in the info product niche for online coaches and online agencies. All we talk about is sales processes from start to finish. So from once you're actually speaking with the lead all the way to the PIF, and if the PIF doesn't happen, to follow up, to clean up, and then eventually the PIF. Right. So one important thing, a very important thing for a closer is to actually know the different phases that you have to go through to get to close. I don't believe in closing with a script. It's just a bit weird. It's fake as well. You know, the lead doesn't feel heard. The lead doesn't feel understood. If you're just reading a script, they can actually sense it. They can probably see it as well. And it just doesn't come off as genuine. And you probably heard this a lot because everyone now is doing scriptless selling. But there's actual phases that you need to go through, so that you preferably want to go through to get to the close. This is one of the things that most closers are struggling with. Yeah, you know, Kevin, I don't really have a plan when I'm talking with these people. I don't really have structure when I'm talking with these people. And that's a big dangerous thing. Why? Because now you will get lost. You will get lost in the conversation. You won't be able to actually hold the frame during the conversation, right? And now the lead can just take you wherever they want. They can start asking questions. They can literally, they can go to the price before you actually want them to go to the price. And then you just mess it up and you don't get a close that way. That's the case of one of my students, Amir. He's a very good closer. Just started out, by the way, but very, very strong. And the thing is here, he started on one of the offers of my clients. And the first call he did was not a close. And what I like about Amir is that he's very driven, very, very driven. So immediately he called me, bam, yo, Kevin, I didn't get the close. You know, so I was like, I mean, that happens, but like, tell me more. So he told me everything. Okay, this is how the call went, blah, blah. He sent me the recording as well. And he requested for a training, a quick training. So that's what we did. Right? We did a quick training, especially on the structure of the call, because he lost frame in that call, you see. So what we did is shift back, you know, got back to the drawing board. Sometimes that's just necessary. Review the call, make the right adjustments. So we talked about that structure. And fast forward, what happened? The next call, literally, and I got the screenshot as well, boom, he got the close. A quick PIF, and everyone was happy. And now he's just continuing on that offer, doing a great job. But the point here is that you not having a structure, or you as a business owner not providing the right structure with the different phases that your closer must go through to get to the close is a problem. Obviously they tell you, yeah, you have to go deep into the pain. Okay, but what comes before the pain though? Also, is there a difference between B2C and B2B selling? Because in B2C, I would say, okay, start out with targeted small talk, because in the targeted small talk, now you get some interesting data already. And maybe that's some data that the setter already spoke about in the DMs and stuff like that. But just taking that information again during the call, because everything that was said before the call actually doesn't really matter anymore. You want them to repeat it during the call. So during the targeted small talk in the B2C, in B2C selling, now you will get the data again that you need to be able to go deeper once you go into pain. So you take that data, boom. And after that data, like a quick 5 minutes, after that data, now you transition smoothly into the agenda setting, right? I truly believe in the agenda setting. But if you do it the right way, it won't sound salesy. Trust me, it won't sound salesy if you do it the right way. The targeted small talk, a smooth transition, you're in the agenda setting, they don't even notice it most of the times. My students that do a role play with me for the first time, they never see it coming, like when I'm doing that agenda setting. And why it's so important to do the agenda setting is to actually in control of the conversation and how it will go. Because now the lead cannot ask you the price beforehand, because you literally told him how the conversation is about to go. Now after the agenda setting, you go into the pain. And what I like to say is you take that agenda setting and then you do the smooth transition with the info you got in the targeted small talk. So you take that data, you frame everything what the prospect just said, and now you ask your opening question. Because the thing that this will create is that the prospect now must go deeper. He cannot stay surface level, because you just took all the surface level BS, right, that he told you in the targeted small talk, and now in the opening question, so you took everything, you repeated it, you know, you summarized it, and now you ask your opening question. Because this means the lead cannot go back to, oh yeah, but you know, he must go deeper. And boom, now you're deeper in the pain. So instead of the pain now taking you 30 minutes, 25 minutes, it will take you 15 minutes. And the call will go way faster. Not to rush anything, it will go way faster because you're already deep, and now you can dig in deeper. Now after the pain, and by the way, in the pain there's also some components we want to touch on, but then after the pain comes the desired outcome. What is this individual trying to achieve? What is their goal? How does their, life or situation look like after working with you? So you go into that as well, like a quick 10 minutes. Now after that, you create the gaps. Now you have the desired outcome, you have the current situation, and you separate it. Like take it and separate it, okay, during the gap, create that gap, okay, this is where you want to go, this is how your life will look like, very nice, even with a smile, right? Very nice, wow, you take him there, and then you say, okay, but like currently, you're not doing that, currently you're making this amount, you're doing that, you cannot help anyone in your life, you take him there. Right, and you create that gap. Why do you create that gap? Because during the presentation, and even before the presentation, I would like to do a quick temperature check as well. But during your presentation, now you're the bridge between his desired outcome and his current situation. You just have to sell what he literally wants to hear. Because people want to buy what they want to hear. Don't tell them what they need to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. Like that's what a closer does. So that's what you do. Now the presentation, that's where you actually get to the selling. Okay, so you can sell, you can talk, you can be a bit enthusiastic. Don't overplay it, but don't be dead about the offer as well, just because you believe in the offer. So show that you believe in the offer, show that it will help him, take him along the way, make him ask questions as well, and do a good presentation. Now, if you do that, it takes around a good 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. In the best cases, the lead also already saw an overview of your program so that you won't get too many questions after the presentation. But after your presentation, you actually ask it like, hey, do you have any questions about this? Like anything that's not really clear or something? Okay, give them that chance, right? Now, after your presentation is another temperature check, just to get some more information, to get the prospect to sell on themselves, to close them themselves. Because people believe 100% of what they're saying themselves instead of what you're telling them. That's a very big difference right there. So temperature check, very important after the presentation. You handle anything they have, any questions, anything that you're thinking that might be an objection, you handle it. Now, after that temperature check, you go into the investment part, tell them the price straight up with confidence, obviously. And after the price drop, you will see, maybe you have to do objection handling, ideally not, but hey, if you have to do it, you go into objection handling and you get the close. But that structure is very important to know, to go through. Because when you just know that, you practiced it, just to give you guys an idea, I did 56 role plays before I got my first ever closing call. So by the time I got that first closing call, I was very relaxed, and I took my role plays very serious. That's also something that I'm teaching my students, like when we're doing role plays and they're like, oh, okay, wait. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm stuck. I'm like, what do you mean? Excuse me? The roleplay never ends. It doesn't end. Just when I say stop, it ends, but otherwise it doesn't end. Right? You have to stay in that roleplay, treat it like it's a real call, so that when the moment comes, you will be ready. Okay, but I digest. So the structure is very important, and once you actually know that, once you know every component you want to hit, every info, every detail you need to get to the close, now selling becomes fun. Now selling becomes natural, and now you're actually helping people. You're truly helping people. So get the phases. If you need the structure, because I have a whole PDF training on this. If you need that, just DM me on Instagram at Kevin Chinkobo, and I will send it right away.